Hello my friends, today we're going to make a creamy rustic mushroom soup, like a cream of mushroom soup, kind of a homemade, soul-warming, delicious, no meat. Okay, this is a vegetarian, but we have a little bit of dairy in there, so just want to let you know about that. There is some dairy, but this is going to be a meatless meal, so this is going to be very delicious, very great for a nice cold fall or winter day. And let's get started. I've got a ginormous roaster pan here, and to this roaster pan I'm going to turn it on about 350 degrees here to get it warming up. And I want to put 9 tablespoons of butter in because I am tripling, that's right, tripling this recipe to make a ton of soup so that I can throw it in my freeze dryer when I have leftovers. Okay. I am using Kerrygold grass-fed butter, a very high quality, delicious butter from cows that actually eat grass. Okay, we've chopped up our onion. We're gonna add the mushrooms. So I'm tripling this batch. I need 3 pounds of mushrooms. If I wasn't tripling this batch, it would just be 1 pound of mushrooms. I'm gonna wash these. I'm gonna wash and slice these, and then I'll have my mushrooms ready to go. All right, we're chopping mushrooms and we're ready to throw the mushrooms in. That looks like a lot of mushrooms. Just a quick little rinse like that, throw it in. Wow, look at all those mushrooms. That's amazing, that's gorgeous. That should fill our pot up full of soup, and this is a 18-quart pot. That's what I want. All right, I need 6 teaspoons of dill weed, so here's our dill weed. Give that a stir. Okay, and then next we're gonna add 3 tablespoons of paprika. If you have a sweet paprika, use a sweet paprika. Smoked paprika will also work, but let's see if we can measure this out. And instead of soy sauce, I'm going to use the rest of my cocoa aminos. I've got about a tablespoon and a half. So throw the rest of that in. I need to go buy more of that. My local grocery store doesn't have this, but Costco does, and that's where I find that. All right, and then I will use some tamari sauce. It's a little bit healthier and better for you than regular soy sauce. I couldn't find the liquid aminos, so this was the next best thing. So we'll put another couple tablespoons of that in. And it's also a sweeter soy sauce. So that's tamari. You've probably heard of that. But use what you've got. I'm going to give that a stir. This has been the week of soups and stews for me. I did a great big batch of chili last night and was able to preserve 2 freeze dryer trays full of it, so I can freeze dry that. We're going to get 6 cups of stock in here. So our stock is right here. I've got my homemade bone broth. Beautiful, nice homemade broth. Okay, it's got a little bit of fat on top. I'm actually going to leave that there. This is probably 4 cups of broth. Let's check it out though first, just to see how much we've got. Yeah, that's 4 cups. So we need half a jar more. Look how thick and gelatinous that is. That's how you want your broth to be when you pull it out of the fridge. Okay. Okay, now on top of that, what we need to do is get 3 cups of milk in. I'm actually going to use a cup of this heavy cream here. I think it's still good. Let me see how much I've got left. I want to just use this guy up. Oh, look at that. I've got 2 whole cups of that. And then I will also add just 1 cup of this almond milk. This unsweetened original almond milk. It looked really good and creamy in the store. We're just gonna add a cup of that too. Okay. So let's go ahead and pour that in. Watch this turn to a creamy color now. Look at this. Oh yeah. It's like a mushroom bisque now. Who doesn't love a creamy mushroom bisque? If you've never been to Zupa's is a soup restaurant. They have a mushroom bisque there and it's so yummy. It's so beautiful. Okay, we've got a lot of mushrooms in there, so I think what I'm going to do actually is add another cup. Add just another cup of that almond milk there. Just thin it out just a bit, because I am going to whisk in some Greek yogurt. Okay, and that will even thicken it up a bit more. So let's go ahead and just keep that up to about 400 degrees here. We won't let it boil, but we'll let it come to a simmer. We'll come back and check it. We'll add our salt and pepper. We'll add our Greek yogurt. We'll add some lemon juice to this. And then we'll top it off with some fresh chopped parsley. And this is how easy that was. Then we'll be done. Let's throw a lid on this. We'll come check it in 15 minutes. All right, if you look closely, you can see it simmering around those edges there. So we'll just keep giving it a stir. And those mushrooms are still pretty plump. It's got a ways to go to cook down. So let's put the lid back on. Okay, here we are, and it's like the outer edges get a good roast going. But the heat in this roasting pan must be along the outer edge here, because the middle, it's not quite boiling yet, but our mushrooms have definitely released their water. So they're just right, and the smell is incredible and the taste is amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and add 1.5 cups of plain Greek yogurt, and I'm using a whole Greek yogurt here. Okay, and this is, you can use any kind of Greek yogurt you want. Try to get a good kind. Again, I'm just going to eyeball that. Okay, 1.5 cups. I'm also going to add some salt and pepper to this. Let's add about 2 teaspoons of salt. And a teaspoon of pepper. Now this is fairly thin, so we can thicken it up. We don't have to, but I think I want to do that by adding a 1/4 cup of flour here and a 1/4 cup of broth. We are going to add 6 teaspoons of lemon juice to this, give it some acidity. I'm using a pure lemon juice right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And don't forget, I'm tripling the recipe. If you're not going to triple the recipe, you do not need to add 6 teaspoons of lemon juice, okay? All right, let's turn this down to just to keep it warm. The only thing I would do different is probably thicken it up just a hair more, but I think I'm ready to taste this guy. It looks amazing. Look at that. And what we're going to do is put some fresh parsley on this guy. Go ahead and put some fresh parsley all over the top of that. Doesn't that look amazing? That looks awesome. I brought a ladle, I didn't use it. Ha. Okay, cover that back up. And look at this. I've got a bowl of soup with some crusty sourdough bread. Let's enjoy this together. Okay, my friends, the moment of truth. How does this amazing mushroom bisque soup taste? Well, Let me tell you, I'm about to tell you right now. Mmm. 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 It's so good. It's probably top 3 soups I've ever made in my entire life. And I've made a lot of soup. And I think I'm a fantastic cook. I happen to think that. This is a very good soup. You could sell this in a restaurant. You can make money on this soup, this recipe right here. You've got that paprika. You've got the dill. You've got the grass-fed butter, the cream in there, salt and pepper, your homemade broth. There's something so nourishing on a cool fall or winter day about eating a bowl of soup like this, and then you pair it with a good crispy sourdough with that butter again, and maybe a side salad. I would do a kale, a massaged kale salad on the side. Fantastic. You have a fantastic meal to feed yourself and your family. I'm gonna finish eating this, then I gotta clean up here because I'm teaching a class tonight on how to can your own meat in the pressure cooker. So if you like the videos I'm putting out and you like these recipes I'm sharing with you, be sure to like and subscribe to this channel and hit that bell button so you never miss a single video that I'm putting out there for you guys. All right, have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye-bye.